Keeping a close eye on your forecast, tracking some showers and storms out there right now. But how's the rest of your weekend shaping up? I'll be breaking down all the details that you need to know coming up.
And President Trump facing questions about Jeffrey Epstein and convicted sex trafficker Ghislaine Maxwell today. We have his response straight ahead.
Hundreds of trucks filled with aid sit at border crossings in Gaza as the territory remains on the brink of famine. I'm Greg Palcott in London. That's my story coming up.
First on the Gulf Coast with breaking news and weather. Fox 10 Midday starts now.
Hi there. Thanks for looking into Fox 10 Midday. Happy Friday. I'm Ashley Mitchell.
And I'm meteorologist Jennifer Lambers.
Jen, a bit of a rainy start to our Friday. Can we see any sunshine this weekend?
Well, the good news is that we will start to see more of that sun, especially by Sunday, so the second half of the weekend. However, we really got to get through today. It's going to be the heaviest portion that we'll start to see some of these showers and storms. And the culprit is just located off the coast there of the Louisiana and Texas state line. So just starting to see some of those showers and storms turning with that area of low pressure just situated over the northwestern Gulf waters, but it's still bringing those impacts locally closer towards home for us. We're seeing more of those showers and storms on the rise out there. Moderate to heavy rainfall, just starting to see some of those lightning strikes as well. So it's turning much more active out there. Make sure that you are driving carefully in case you're heading out in any of this anytime soon. But a very scattered look everywhere, looking at a decent chance at some point to see some of those showers or thunderstorms. Looking in just a little bit closer, Wagerville, Choctaw Bluff, Jackson, Grove Hill, mainly starting to see some of those. Coffeyville, you have a small break in the rain, but do keep in mind these are traveling from the south, pushing further inland. Closer towards the Florida Panhandle, we're seeing quite a few of those showers near Milton, Cantonment, down towards Ferry Pass, up towards Century, Jay, and Chumuckla. Here at the Fox 10 News studios, we just had a loud rumble of thunder. We're located closer towards I-10, I-65. Southern Baldwin County also noting some of those showers. Pretty soggy there on the eastern shore. And look what's happening closer towards USA, Midtown Mobile, plus also near Dawes. It is wet, it is soggy out there, and we'll only continue to see more of these showers throughout the rest of your Friday. Some of that beginning to push towards Pritchard, but Sara Lee and Satsuma, you're dry for right now. But again, moving from the south to the north, so that's heading your way. Over the next few hours, those rain chances will continue. Only anticipating this to really begin ramping up heading into this afternoon. More of this turning a bit more isolated heading into tonight near the dinner time hour, but it's not fully dropping off after sunset. We'll continue to see more of those showers and storms even once that sun begins to set. So your Friday night plans could be a little stormy out there. Coming up in just a little bit, I'm going to talk more about your forecast, detail out all of this with the timing on your futurecast for today and tomorrow. That's coming up in just a little bit. Ashlyn.
Jen, thank you. First on midday this morning, Deputy U.S. Attorney General Todd Blanche meeting again today with Ghislaine Maxwell. She's the longtime associate of Jeffrey Epstein. Their latest face-to-face coming as pressure mounts for the Trump administration to release more information on the Epstein probe. Here's Fox's Caroline Shively.
President Trump brushing off questions about the Jeffrey Epstein scandal Friday.
I have nothing to do with the guy.
And denying he penned a bawdy birthday letter written to the disgraced financier in 2003, as reported by the Wall Street Journal.
I don't even know what they're talking about. Now, somebody could have written a letter and used my name, but that's happened a lot.
The president spoke as Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche interviewed Epstein associate and convicted sex trafficker Ghislaine Maxwell.
Would you consider a pardon or a commutation for Ghislaine Maxwell if she cooperated?
It's something I haven't thought about. It's really something. I'm allowed to do it, but it's something I have not thought about.
Epstein died in prison in 2019 before his federal trial on charges of sex trafficking minors. Maxwell was convicted in 2021 on similar charges.
Everything she says can be corroborated, and she's telling the truth.
Now the Trump administration is under immense pressure from his base to release more information about Epstein and potentially what comes out of the Maxwell interview.
She could be an untapped source of new information. The question is, what is that information? Is it just salacious, or is it something more that would reveal criminal conduct?
Some members of Congress are now also pushing for more information. The House Oversight Committee is scheduled to depose Maxwell on August 11th. In Washington, Caroline Shively, Fox News.
And meanwhile, security is ramped up ahead of President Trump's trip to his golf course in Scotland. Police are installing large perimeter fencing around the Trump Turnberry Golf Resort and a security checkpoint outside the facility. There are also road closures and diversions in place around the resort, which is set to open on August 13th. Mr. Trump is expected to arrive in Scotland Friday for a 4-day visit that will include opening a new development north of Aberdeen. He's also expected to meet with British Prime Minister Keir Starmer for trade talks. Well, the long simmering clash between President Donald Trump and Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell boiled over in public. The two got into a heated back and forth in front of cameras. The president slammed the project's cost, which have jumped from $1.9 to $2.5 billion. It happened during a tour of the Fed's headquarters in Washington, D.C., now undergoing a multi-billion-dollar renovation.
So the 2.7 is now 3.1.
I'm not aware of that.
Yeah, it just came out.
Yeah, I haven't heard that from anybody at the Fed.
And the Fed says inflation, security needs, and structural safety upgrades are behind this cost spike. But with Powell's term set to expire in 2026, the exchange raised fresh questions about the future of Fed leadership. After the tour, Trump said he didn't want to fire Powell over the costs, but criticized him for not cutting interest rates. Powell has since asked the Fed's Inspector General to review the project again. And meanwhile, former Congressman George Santos prepares to serve his federal prison sentence. The convicted ex-lawmaker is reporting to federal prison today to serve nearly 7 years. This after pleading guilty to wire fraud and aggravated identity theft. Santos received the maximum sentence for his crimes in April, along with an order to pay about $374,000 in restitution. Hours before Santos was scheduled to report to prison, the former New York congressman thanked his supporters on X through his, quote, messy journey from Capitol Hill to federal court. Yeah, that intense cell phone video capturing the terrifying moment a car exploded yesterday morning in Arlington, Virginia. Video shows firefighters rushing to put out those flames. Chad Snyder's son goes to daycare just a block over and said the explosion created panic because at first no one knew what caused it or how fast and how far it could spread.
They went on lockdown around 11:20. And we got concerned and came downstairs to check it out.
Shocking to see in person, especially around this neighborhood.
The fire marshal later confirmed it was all an accident caused by electrical issues. The explosion itself caused by a fuel tank rupture. But thankfully, not a single driver or firefighter was hurt.
It was pretty scary.
It just shook everything.
And then a gas station explosion sending shockwaves through Berwyn, Illinois. Look at that. People were rattled by a series of explosions soon after a summer storm blew through. They described seeing the transformer near the gas station ignite.
We saw debris fall from the skies and it hit the gas station and everything just crumbled.
The first explosion left the store windows across the street looking like this. We're told the fire burned for hours. And the fire department there said that 3 explosions occurred. Thankfully, no one was hurt. Well, meanwhile, hundreds of trucks from dozens of international aid groups are parked on the Gaza side of the checkpoint while millions of Palestinians starve. Fox News correspondent Greg Palcott has more from London.
Gaza is on the brink of famine, despite hundreds of trucks worth of aid sitting at border crossings awaiting distribution.
Where is the aid? We didn't see any aid. How will we eat? Don't they call it humanitarian aid? Where's the humanity in this?
Even though Israel eased a 2.5-month blockade back in May, aid groups say only a trickle of assistance is getting in. Israel accuses UN agencies of failing to deliver food it has allowed in.
Have here approximately 1,000 trucks, humanitarian aid, that entered the Gaza side. Well, the main problem is the collection and distributing issue.
However, the UN says there is a lack of routes that are suitable and safe. More than 1,000 Palestinians have been killed by Israeli forces since May while trying to get food in the Gaza Strip.
Can you imagine what it takes to put your life on the line
to go and try and get a bag of flour. It's because of the way operations are being conducted inside Gaza. It should not be allowed to happen. It's completely avoidable.
The number of people dying from starvation also continues to grow. According to the Gaza Health Ministry, 48 people, including 20 children, have died in just the last 3 weeks.
It is very catastrophic in Gaza, from bad to worse. We are not done with July, and we've already had 5 deaths.
Meanwhile, the U.S. has cut short Gaza ceasefire talks after Hamas showed what the special envoy to the Mideast, Steve Witkoff, called a lack of good faith. In London, Greg Palcott, Fox News.
And also this morning, rescuers expand the search for missing tourists swept away by powerful floods in northern Pakistan. It's a scene of devastation in the Gilgit-Baltistan, where flash floods triggered a heavy monsoon earlier this week, which killed at least 9 people. Search crews used heavy machinery this morning to try and locate about a dozen tourists who are believed to be trapped beneath the debris. Local officials say the floodwaters destroyed 500 homes, more than 7 miles of roads, as well as bridges, and dozens of vehicles were washed away there. Now, the chief minister in Gilgit-Baltistan said emergency crews have recovered the bodies of 8 tourists and a resident whose vehicles were buried under the rubble. And back at home now, Alabama Governor Kay Ivey announcing a short time ago that Deborah Tillman has been appointed Mobile County District Judge. She is filling the vacancy on the court left after the resignation of Spiro Charigatis. Now, she has devoted several decades as assistant district attorney and chief district attorney for the 13th Judicial Circuit in Mobile County. Tillman is a Mobile native and graduated from Spring Hill College in 1985. Well, straight ahead on Fox 10 Midday, a job fair is happening right now in Fairhope. Fox 10's Stephen Moody has the details. Jen, if folks are traveling to that job fair, they might run into some rain.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Ashlyn. Taking a live view outside. We're making our way a little further south in Baldwin County right now. Taking a live view outside down on Orange Beach. Wet and soggy. The rain is really coming down, but you know what? Not stopping all those folks from getting out there and enjoying it. Look in the water. Still quite a few folks out there enjoying this Friday beach day despite some of the rain showers. Just remember though, when thunder roars, make sure you head indoors, especially out there at our local beaches. But I'll be breaking down more of your forecast details coming up when we come back.
Welcome back into Fox 10 Midday on your Friday. If you're looking for a job, Novelis Bay Minette is in the middle of a 3-day hiring blitz. Today, the job fair is in Fairhope, and that's where we find Fox 10 News reporter Stephen Moody with more.
Yeah, the rain couldn't stop this from happening here today, and it's all for the company's brand new state-of-the-art facility in Bay Minette.
Novelis is hiring hundreds of employees during this 3-day period. And for potential employees, it was an easy process.
It was super easy, you know. Everything was lined up already because I signed up online. So when I came in, I just signed in, sat down, and followed through the process. It's important because it helps the economy, you know. It helps us to have more stable jobs, more high-paying jobs, and that's what most people are looking for.
And they're hiring for a wide range of positions, from entry-level roles to experienced professionals. During the event, potential employees met with Novelis leaders, participated in face-to-face interviews, and some even received same-day job offers.
We want people to be able to walk up with their resumes, and if they want to interview, come interview. The reason we're setting this in different places throughout Mobile and Baldwin County is because we want to give everyone an equal opportunity to apply and to be in front of our leaders and introduce themselves.
All to help increase the local workforce.
Come on out, it can't hurt. Like, you just come on out with your resume, have it ready, and be ready to talk.
And if you missed out on today's opportunity, you'll have another chance on Saturday at Bishop State Community College starting at 8. We have all those details on our website right now at fox10tv.com. Reporting here in Fairhope, Stephen Moody, Fox 10 News.
Stephen, thank you. Well, in the meantime, the Federal Emergency Management Agency has proposed slashing nearly $1 billion in grant funding. According to internal memos, if the proposed cuts happen, funding for more than half of FEMA's emergency management and Homeland Security grant programs would be zeroed out. FEMA's funding goes to communities and first responders nationwide to better prepare for disasters. Now, those proposed cuts still require approval from the White House Budget Office and Congress. The Trump administration has said it wants to shift more responsibility for disaster preparedness, response, and recovery onto states.
Taking another look at your forecast right now in a live view outside from our Navigator Credit Union camera at the Battleship. We're looking at that traffic on the Bayway and the Causeway. Some soggy conditions out there. The rain is falling over downtown Mobile. Very light breeze out there, and that traffic moving a little slow in case you're heading from Baldwin County towards Mobile County, about to head into Wallace Tunnel there. But taking a look at conditions on radar, it is wet and it is soggy. Everywhere in the Fox 10 viewing area has a decent chance to see some of those showers or thunderstorms heading into today. So that's going to be more of that moderate to heavy rain. Right now, some of that thunder, that lightning, that's going to be a bit more isolated. So not all of these are going to be storms, just a few of those. But just make sure in case you're heading out the door anytime soon, you're taking it slow, you're taking it easy, because we will start to see some more of those wet and soggy roadways out there. Northern Clark County, Thomasville, Grove Hill, Coffeyville, just seeing some of those showers. That also extends closer towards Jackson and Choctaw Bluff. Evergreen noting some of those showers. They're traveling right along I-65. But look at how spotty some of this rain is closer towards Conecuh and Monroe counties up there. So it's really just going to be dependent upon your location. A bit more widespread on the Florida side, seeing a lot of that taking place just on the north side there of Pensacola, mainly Ferry Pass up towards Cantonment, Milton, Allentown, closer towards Floridale. The beaches right now looking nice and quiet. Not so much the case in southern Baldwin County, Orange Beach, Gulf Shores, just some showers. Again, no thunderstorms out there, so it's still okay to be out there on the beaches just until we do start to see some of that lightning. Lillian also pretty soggy to start off for today, and making our way into Mobile County. A lot of this now pushing into Satsuma and Saraland, closer towards Cushla and out into Sims. But downtown Mobile, there's just some of those light isolated showers. Things beginning to quiet out just a little bit closer towards the airport and South Alabama campus. Now, timing things out in our Futurecast. Really, the Futurecast is holding off on the coverage that we're seeing out there. We're seeing a lot more of those showers and storms taking place for our inland spots, but still expecting more of this to continue to ramp up heading into this afternoon. 2, 3, 4 o'clock, we turn much more soggy out there. More of those heavy downpours, more of that frequent lightning will be possible out there. But we'll turn a bit more isolated by the time that we make it further on into tonight. So this will still impact some of those Friday night plans. We're not totally turning quiet after that sun begins to set. We'll see more of that rain coverage by the time we get towards 8 and 9 o'clock. And then even expecting more of that as we make our way closer towards midnight. This is actually going to take us into tomorrow. We're going to start off tomorrow for your Saturday morning. Just some isolated showers out there. And then once we get towards lunchtime and into the early part of the afternoon, we can see more of that rain coverage building in. There is rain coverage for your Saturday. It is lower than what we saw for today, but there's going to be a chance all throughout the day to see some of those showers or storms taking place, turning a bit more quiet by Saturday night. The rain chances will really begin to drop off by the early part of next week. Our temperatures will go up, however. Before we get there, today's daytime highs mid-80s, feeling more like the mid-90s out there. And the Rip Current risk at our local beaches, high for today, moderate tomorrow and Sunday, hopefully dropping to low by the beginning part of next week. Here's what I'm tracking over the next 7 days. I mentioned those rain chances go down, but the temperatures go up. We are turning hot by the time we get towards Monday and Tuesday. It's going to be toasty out there. I'll have more details on that coming up in just a little bit.
Now to this day in history. On July 25th, 1868, Alabama's 2 U.S. senators took their seats in Congress for the first time since 1861, thus signifying Alabama's readmission to the Union. Alabama has seceded from the United States, taking part in the Civil War, fighting for the Confederacy. After the Confederacy's defeat in 1865, Alabama, along with other southern states, entered a period of Reconstruction before being readmitted to the Union. Well, coming up, tributes continue to pour in for wrestling legend Hulk Hogan. We remember the icon. Welcome back into Fox 10 Midday this morning. Professional wrestling has lost perhaps its biggest star ever. Hulk Hogan, whose real name was Terry Bollea, died on Thursday. Tributes immediately began pouring in from all around the globe. Reed Binion reports.
The greatest of all times, Hulk Hogan. And I love you, Hulk.
Tributes pouring in for professional wrestling legend Hulk Hogan, who passed away Thursday in Florida at the age of 71.
He says, "You're the only one who beat me in Canada." He says, "You deserve this belt."
Officials say first responders were sent to Hogan's home after a report of a person in cardiac arrest.
Fire Tower Bravo, Rescue 46, LR 45, Engine 46, cardiac arrest.
Hogan, whose real name was Terry Bollea, was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead.
The Colorado Police Department is conducting a death investigation, which is standard in these types of cases. There are no signs of foul play or suspicious activity.
Tributes for Hogan flooded social media, including one from President Donald Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance, who said Hogan was, quote, one of the first people I ever truly admired as a kid. Oklahoma Senator Mark Wayne Mullen, a former mixed martial arts fighter, said he was hurt when he learned about Hogan's death, adding it is, quote, hard to see a dynasty like that leave.
I feel sorry for his family right now, and because that's a big loss and big hole to anybody that you have with that kind of personality.
I'm Reed Binion reporting.
Well, now we have some exciting news for Chappell Roan fans. The breakout pop star is hitting the road this fall, but you might have to pack a bag to catch the show. Roan just announced she will be performing a handful of shows starting late September, with stops in Forest Hills, New York, Kansas City, Missouri, and Pasadena, California. The Pink Pony Club singer says she picked those cities because they're close to her heart, and she wanted to do something unique for her fans there. To score tickets, fans need to register through Fair AXS for a chance to purchase those tickets. Well, TikTok will go dark if China doesn't agree to sell by September, threatens President Trump. Those stories and much more in your business headlines are coming up. Plus, are you looking to beat the heat? Well, try booking a hotel for the day. We're taking a look at some cool savings for these hot summer days next. But first, Jen, trying to beat the heat and the rain today.
Yeah, that is exactly right. And you know what? A good place to do that is down on Dauphin Island. What we're starting to see right now is some dry, quiet conditions. A few folks getting out there and enjoying it. It was raining earlier. Now we're starting to dry out just a bit. A nice breeze with those clear conditions. But as we do get further along into the rest of this afternoon, those temperatures staying steady in the mid 80s, just some cloud cover, but the majority of the rain taking place further inland. I'll break down more of those details coming up when we come back.
Thanks for staying with us on Fox 10 Midday this morning. With school quickly approaching, some college students should avoid taking a certain appliance into their dorm rooms this fall. Roughly 634,000 Frigidaire branded mini fridges are being recalled. A Consumer Product Safety Commission notice states that internal electrical components can short circuit and actually ignite the appliance's plastic housing, posing a potential fire hazard there. At least 26 related incidents were reported to importer Curtis International, which resulted in more than $700,000 in property damage. These fridges were sold nationwide from 2020 through 2023 at Walmart, Walmart Online, and Amazon. Consumers instead are advised to stop using these appliances on your screen, dispose of them, and follow refund instructions online for that refund. Well, the Trump administration says TikTok will go dark if China doesn't agree to sell by September. Volkswagen cuts guidance after a $1.5 billion tariff hit. Pumpkin spice products are already in some stores as well. CJ Papa has your Friday morning business headlines.
Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick says TikTok will stop operating in the United States if China does not approve a deal by September 17th. That is the deadline for China-based ByteDance to divest the U.S. assets of TikTok. The app is used by 170 million Americans. Volkswagen is lowering its guidance after a $1.5 billion hit from tariffs during the first half of the year. President Trump put a 25% tariff on global auto imports at the beginning of April. It's never too early for fall treats. Some brands are already dropping their pumpkin spice products on shelves across the U.S. That includes Philadelphia cream cheese, already selling their pumpkin spice cream cheese. Starbucks also joining in with their at-home line of fall products, including K-Cup pods and Nespresso, now in stores. Their pumpkin spice latte will return on August 26th.
8 amateur bull riders.
And Fox Nation's Last Cowboy Standing is back with 2 brand new episodes.
I quit my job to come here to win this, to try to make my dreams a reality.
This is what I want. This is what I crave.
Episodes 5 and 6 from season 2 of the hit bull riding competition series are available now on Fox Nation. Catch new episodes every Friday. If you're new to Fox Nation, enjoy a 30-day free trial using code RODEO. CJ Papa, Fox News.
Lots to see there. Well, listen to this. Lyft rides might get a bit more personal for some passengers. The rideshare company announced new features to let riders personalize their commuting experience. The features include letting members pick their favorite drivers and connect with them whenever they're available. Lyft says the feature makes rides much more convenient while also allowing more customization for its customers. A new feature is also being added to let passengers block certain drivers as a way to improve safety on the app.
Well, taking another look at your forecast right now and a live view outside from our social experiment camera there over downtown Mobile, and just starting to see that traffic moving smoothly in and out on Government Street. Some gray, gloomy, overcast skies. Dry for right now, but only anticipating more of that rain coverage as we progress further along into the rest of your Friday. A look at current conditions out there. Mobile Regional out in West Mobile, mid-70s. Pensacola International, lower 80s. Feels like temperatures right on the dot there in Mobile. Not quite the case in Pensacola. Really just dependent upon the showers, the storms, and how much you are seeing some of that rain coverage. As we do get further along into the rest of today, more of those daytime highs maxing out really just in a range of the 80s out there. And some areas could possibly even get higher than this if we see less of that rain coverage, more of those peaks of sunshine. These temperatures are continuing to stay below average for where we should be this time of year. I know just at the beginning of the week, it was a total opposite. We were near or even getting close to tying or breaking records with temperatures in the upper 90s. Now we're in the mid 80s, below average. Luckily, nowhere near that previous record of 104 set back in 1952. And for the past few days, I would mention we're still going to be feeling like that record. Not so much the case heading into today. The maximum that we're going to start to see with some of those feels like temperatures, those heat indices, upper 90s, maybe some triple digits out there. But as I mentioned, it's really just going to be dependent upon how much rain coverage that you see out there. A wet and soggy look to begin for today, just tracking some of those isolated showers and storms out there to begin. Our inland spots really starting to notice some breaks in where the rain isn't quite falling. Still gray and gloomy out there. So Jackson, Choctaw Bluff, closer towards Repton and Evergreen, noticing quite a bit of showers and storms there. Allentown, Milton, Floridale, even closer towards other portions, central portions there of Escambia County, Florida. Seeing some of those lightning strikes beginning to pick up just closer towards Ferry Pass. Lillian, Seminole also pretty soggy. The eastern shore starting to dry out at this time. And also Mobile County starting to also see some of those improvements. Tanchula closer towards Cushla and into Sims, still noting some of those showers, even some lightning strikes out there closer towards Sims. But the rest of Mobile County really starting to dry out at this time. Mississippi County's Agricola down towards Hurley, more of that moderate to heavy rain. Timing things out in our futurecast again, it's missing some of those inland spots. We're seeing some of those showers or storms, but only anticipating this coverage to continue to lift further from the south, pushing further inland for the remainder of this afternoon and this evening. It's going to be wet. It's going to be soggy out there for your Friday afternoon plans. And unfortunately, normally with our summertime pattern, we start to see some improvements closer towards that sun beginning to set. Not quite the case for today. We're still going to stay isolated even after sunset. So 9 and 10 o'clock, we're introducing more of those showers and storms for the Florida Panhandle, Baldwin County, even Mobile County. So do just keep that in mind that you might start to see some more of those showers and storms overnight. And late night plans, I'm talking closer towards midnight and 1 a.m. You may even see more of those showers out there. Please drive carefully. Starting off tomorrow morning, those showers and storms make a comeback by 7 and 8 a.m. once we begin the morning, and that coverage will continue to increase later on in the afternoon. Tomorrow's rain coverage, it's still a little high. It is at 60%. The potential is that spreads throughout the entire day, but the coverage will be more spread out. So it's really just going to be flexible with your Saturday plans in case you are planning anything outdoors that you might see some of those showers or storms. Again, it's not going to be widespread. It's not going to be constant, but you have a chance to see it between sunrise and sunset. By the time we get towards Sunday, that's when the rain coverage drops off. We turn hot and toasty to start off next week. I'll break down more of your forecast details coming up in just a little bit. Ashlyn.
Thanks for the update there, Jen. Well, it's time to round up your family and friends because the City of Mobile Parks and Rec Department is hosting another free outdoor movie night. This time, the fun gets underway at 6 this evening and ends at 9 at the USS Alabama Battleship Memorial Park. Mufasa the Lion King will be shown tonight, and it'll start around 6:30. We're told there will be food trucks on site, so you can grab a bite to eat there. Be sure to bring your lawn chairs, or you can watch the movie from inside the comfort of your car. If weather happens to affect this event, we'll be sure to let you know as well. And the Mobile Fire Rescue Department is inviting you to a free, fun event. It's happening today at the Hope Community Center. From 2 until 6 p.m., you can learn more about becoming a firefighter. Then there will be a basketball tournament featuring members of Mobile Fire Rescue. That's happening from 3 until 5 p.m. And finally, a community event for everyone from 4 until 8. Well, from day-use hotels to swimming pools for rent, there's no shortage of ways to beat the heat and have fun while doing it, especially here on the Gulf Coast. Fox News correspondent Connor Hansen has summer savings for cooling off.
The heat is on across the country, but experts say there are plenty of ways to cool off and to snag a deal. You just need to know where to look. Beat the heat. No expensive vacations required. How about a boat day? Get out on the water with or without a captain.
Services like Get My Boat and Boat Setter connect customers to boat owners. So whether you want to spend a few hours or a whole day on the water, go fishing, wakeboarding, or party on a pontoon, there's a boat for rent nearby.
Book a hotel room for the day. Sites and apps like Day Use can save customers big bucks on rooms and the amenities hotels offer for a fraction of the price to stay overnight.
Take a look at these deals. The Kimpton Surf Comber Hotel in Miami Beach from $119 up to 59% off. Ideal for combining a day at the beach with poolside lounging and a cool, quiet room to escape the heat. For rooftop pool access and stunning views, check out the Intercontinental downtown Los Angeles from $170 and 50% off.
Here at the Elise Hotel, guests can enjoy summer deals. Hotels like this one can be a great option for working, recharging, even enjoying the views here at the rooftop bar. If you're just interested in the hotel amenities, deals on resort passes are available in 8 U.S. locations. Prices start at $25 for adult day passes and as low as $10 for the kids.
From poolside lounge chairs to cabanas to spa passes, Resort Pass is a great way to beat the heat, especially with a group of friends. Even if a cabana costs a few $100s, you can split the cost with your group.
No pool? No problem. Rent one nearby. The Swimply app is available in 150 cities in 25 states, and prices start at less than $50 per hour. You can also rent tennis, pickleball, and basketball courts.
Pools are categorized as family pools, party pools, pools that are $50 and under, and even pools that will welcome your dog to take a dip to.
And discount sites are the way to go for a water park adventure at up to half the original cost. Deals are available on Travelzoo and Groupon for water parks all over the country.
And some even include a dining credit. At Water Country USA in Williamsburg, Virginia, get a ticket for $40, regular price $89. And at Splish Splash, New York's largest water park, there are deals up to 40% off on Groupon.
In New York, Connor Hansen, Fox News.
Lots of great tips there to keep in mind. Well, straight ahead, USPS is holding a stamp contest. What you can vote on straight ahead. Plus, a bandana claims you to chill down your dog while outside. We put it to the test in this week's Does It Work? Don't go anywhere. More Fox 10 Midday is right after this. All right, Jen, this is our day today.
Yes.
Break out the wine and the charcuterie because today is National Wine and Cheese Day.
I can get on board for this. The pairing of wine and cheese is a tradition that is centuries old. For foodies, it's the enjoyment of matching flavors and textures of many cheese varieties with just the right selection of wine.
Classic pairings include Brie with Chardonnay, Gouda and Merlot, and aged cheddar with Cabernet.
Knowledgeable wine shop clerks can likely help you with pairings, so you may want to visit one of our local wine stores to celebrate the holiday. This is my kind of day.
Absolutely, me too. Any recommendations for like a local wine store?
I always love red or white.
Okay.
Especially, you got to call to ask. I don't remember when it is, but they will do special pairings. Sometimes it's like a happy hour kind of thing. Yeah, so you get little wine flights plus little snacks in between.
Wonder if there are any deals today.
There might be something to check
out. All right. Well, stamp lovers will get a shot at a reprint.
The United States Post Office will reissue one of these popular 25 stamps it has printed in the past.
Which one? Well, that's up to you.
USPS will re-release whichever stamp gets the most votes.
And you can vote at stampsforever.com/vote.
You have until the end of September, but the result won't be announced until May at the Boston 2026 World Expo.
That happens to coincide with America's 250th anniversary celebrations.
And get this, the Postal Service is 250 years old right now.
Wow, it started in 1775, a year before the colonies declared their independence from England. Look at all just the variety that's there.
I can't wait to see what's chosen. A lot of cool things.
A lot of these are nostalgic for sure.
Yeah.
I feel like letter writing is such a lost art. It's something that I loved to do growing up. I don't do as much anymore. And I think the average price of a stamp is what, 75 cents now maybe?
I think it's gone up. I think it went up again. Yeah.
It's expensive.
I found that out with wedding planning and
everything.
everything.
I'm sure me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
So excited to see.
More people are turning to virtual invitations for sure.
That's exactly right.
It's super important to keep your pets cool, especially during these hot summer months.
Now, could this week's Does It Work product help and actually make that happen?
Rachel Hackbarth tries out the All for Paws Chill Out bandana.
During the summer, Beth Hammond finds her dog Bella can get pretty hot during their daily walk. She's always looking for ways to keep her cool.
Get her in some shade and on the grass where it's not the pavement, where it's not so hot.
Could the Chill Out bandana bring some heat relief for Bella and her owner, Beth? It's a similar concept to cooling towels.
And basically you're supposed to just soak it in water and it's supposed to help keep them cool. Have you ever seen anything like this?
I have for people, but not for dogs.
One problem, like many other dogs, Bella isn't a fan of getting wet with water.
She's not a fan of water, but I think as long as it's on here, it would be fine.
There's not much to the instructions.
Soak the bandana in water and the special material inside will do its work. Come here, Bella. Let's put this on you. She's like, what?
Even though Bella doesn't typically enjoy getting her fur wet, the Chill Out bandana isn't bothering her.
It feels cool on her, and I can feel her body heat, so it feels like it might be cooling her off a little bit.
Beth says the bandana doesn't seem to budge during a walk and still stays cool.
Does that feel good, huh? Let me turn it back around. Does that feel better?
Beth and Bella are enjoying the Chill Out bandana and wouldn't mind adding it to their daily walk.
I think it works great. So she seems pretty calm about it. And I think she would like it because then she doesn't have to get her body wet.
For Does It Work, I'm Rachel Hackbarth.
Really good hack here, Jen. My dog wears bandanas every day the way it is, so maybe a cooling bandana would work.
There you go, something to check out, especially with this heat that we're dealing with.
Absolutely, it's important to be safe and also keep your pets safe as well. We'll be right back with 3 to know before you go. Jen, where are we looking?
We are looking outside right now down on Dauphin Island. Look at that sunshine that we're seeing out there. Bit of a different picture further inland. I'll have a final look at the timing for today's rain and your 7-day outlook coming up when we come back.
Welcome back. An amazing discovery of the remains of a centuries-old medieval knight is making headlines, not just for what was found, but where it was found. Jeremy Roth has today's Take a Look at This.
The fascinating news of a medieval knight's full skeleton found buried beneath the side of a former Polish ice cream parlor gives new meaning to a scoop. According to the Polish archaeological firm Archaeoscan, the initial discovery of an ornate medieval tombstone was made at the site of the former city center of Gdansk, which has been under excavation since 2023. It was found under the site of a popular former ice cream parlor that had operated there since 1962 before closing. When researchers removed the limestone tombstone, which depicted a carved image of a knight, it revealed a startlingly well-preserved adult male skeleton with an uplifted sword, believed to be from the 13th or 14th century. The archaeological discovery is being called one of the most important in Poland in recent years, and experts plan further analysis, which could include a 3D scan of the slab, genetic testing of the skeleton, and possibly even a facial reconstruction based on the skull. In Spain, the 4,000-year-old remains of a human rib found is believed to have belonged to someone shot in the back with an arrow. That's because the arrowhead was found still lodged in the bone. experts with the Catalan Institute of Human Paleoecology and Social Evolution say the remains show signs of bone regeneration around the embedded flint projectile, leading them to believe the victim may have survived the brutal attack from behind, but could have later succumbed to death by infection or some other way. They say the fascinating find in a prehistoric tomb in the Pyrenees Mountains offers an unprecedented glimpse of the savage conflicts that may have occurred between ancient communities in the area. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
3 to know before you go on your Friday. A popular Baldwin County boat launch reopened this morning after being closed for repairs the last 2 months. Baywatch boat launch at Fish River is actually opening just a little earlier than planned. The project cost $757,000 and was paid for through a Go Mesa grant. Baywatch is just one of several boat launches scheduled for repairs over the next couple of years. And then some young men in Mobile will spend the day learning some fundamental skills that could set them up for the future. It's called a Gentleman in the Making camp. Boys ages 13 to 15 will get a hands-on lesson on some essential life skills at the MPD Family Intervention Team's Blue Ties for Guys camp. The boys will be learning some skills that aren't taught in school. Things like how to shake hands, the importance of showing respect, and even how to tie a tie. They'll also be learning other things from their mentors, like the dangers of gang violence and the importance of education and hard work. Finally, LEGO is going retro and offering a replica of the original Nintendo Game Boy. The handheld Game Boy video game system came out in 1989. The LEGO set with 421 bricks comes with 2 games cartridges, The Legend of Zelda and Super Mario Land. You can't play them, but there are interchangeable screens for the Game Boy, the classic Nintendo Start screen, or one from either of the 2 games. And these do go on sale October 1st. Jen, I know folks of all ages love to play with Legos. You know, Lauren, our photographer here at Fox 10, makes some incredible Lego creations as well. So I have to see if she's heard of this yet.
There you go. Might have to get her hand on the Game Boy. Let's go ahead and take a final look at your forecast, timing things out heading into the rest of today. More of these scattered showers and storms will continue into this afternoon. Keep that rain gear handy. Really just dependent upon your location for the remainder of today. You might see quite a few breaks in it. We'll turn isolated once we start to see that sun beginning to set, but still anticipating more of those showers and storms even after 9 o'clock. So late night Friday plans, make sure you have that rain gear ready to go. Also make sure that you drive carefully. Please be cautious out there. Waking up tomorrow morning a little quiet until we get closer towards 8 a.m. More of those isolated to scattered showers and thunderstorms. Rain coverage is at 60% for tomorrow. Just be flexible with any of those plans that you might have. Trying to get a look at our 7-day outlook right there. It wants to be just a little sticky, but do keep in mind that 60% chance of showers for tomorrow, drying out by the early part of next week.
Okay, thank you all for spending time with us here on Fox 10 Midday. Have a wonderful weekend.